So good day everyone. Our topic for today it's all about globalization. So globalization is the process of increasing in the interdependence and integration among the economies, markets, societies, and cultures of different countries worldwide. So globalization daw is the process of collaboration between different countries. Like for example, the use of social media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube worldwide. This is also an effect globalization where technology from other countries become accessible to us. And the next, interdependence means the people, groups, or countries rely on each other to meet their needs or achieve goals. So means daw, no one lives to work alone. We all expect help from others. So like for example, farmers and the market. The farmers plants rice but relies on stories to sell it. People in turn rely on farmers from their food. And next, integration means bringing together parts to make a whole or combine different things to work as system. So like for example, group project in class. When there's group project, classmates with different ideas and talent come together. One is a good writing and another one is a good at drawing. And in that way, their group activity is facilitated. And the next, labor market refers to the system where workers look for jobs and employers look for workers. So, the hospital needs nurses and nurses need jobs and salaries. And the next, how globalization works. So, in a globalization economy, countries is visualized in the product and its services. They have a competitive advantage, and this generally means what they can produce and gener- provide most efficiently with the least amount of resources at a lower cost and competing nation. So like for example, Philippines many Filipinos work in the business process of outsourcing, secure due their English proficiency and low labor costs. Therefore, many companies outsource their work to the Philippines.
Improve access to goods and services. People can buy products from around the world, like iPhones, Korean skincare, or American jeans. So globalization make it easier for people to buy products and use services from all around the world. This means we are no longer limited to what's produced locally. We can enjoy items that come from different culture and industry. Example, in the Philippines, people can buy iPhone made by American company, Korean skincare product, or American brand jeans, even if these products are not made locally. This gives consumers more choices, better quality, and access to the latest trend and technology. Strengthen global cooperation. Countries can work together on global issues like climate change, pandemics, or disaster response. So, through globalization, it becomes easier for countries to work together to address big problems that one country can solve alone. alone. Like climate change, global health crisis, or responding to natural disaster. Example, during COVID-19 pandemic, countries shared at both vaccine from each other to help protect their people faster. Summary, globalization makes the world smaller, faster, and more connected. It opens up opportunities for learning, growth, cooperation. So, globalization brings people, businesses, and countries closer together through technology, trade, travel, and communication. Because of this information, travels faster, product and services reach more places, and people from different cultures can share ideas easily. This creates new chances to learn from each other, grow economically, and work together on global challenges. Example, countries can work together to fight climate change or respond quickly to natural disasters.
The global economy refers to the interconnected worldwide economic activity. It encompasses international trade, finance, and the operations of multinational corporations, all contributing to a complex web of interdependence between nations. The global economy is the worldwide system of economic activity. It includes international trade, finance, multinational corporations. All of these connect countries in our network of economic interdependence, meaning what happens in one economy can affect others. Example, import and export of goods. Countries produce what they're good at the trade with others. Example, the Philippines export bananas to Japan and imports machinery from China. The US imports oil from Saudi Arabia and export tech products to Europe. Trade agreements. These are deals between countries to reduce trade barriers like tariffs or taxes. Example, NAFTA is a trade agreement between the US, Canada, and Mexico, making it easier to trade goods and service. The European Union allows the free trade between its member countries. Supply chains. The production of goods obtained involves sourcing components from various countries and assembling them in another, creating complex global supply chains. Example, a smartphone might be designed in the USA with parts made in Korea and China and assembled in Vietnam. International finance. Currency exchange. To trade between countries, business need to convert currencies like pesos to dollar. Example, a Philippine company importing goods from Japan pay in yen. So it needs to exchange pesos into yen. Multinational corporations. These are large companies that operate in multiple countries. Example, global operations. MNCs like Apple, Samsung, and Nestle have factories, offices, and stores all over the world. Example, Samsung manufactures phones in Vietnam, design components in South Korea, and sells worldwide, including in the Philippines. Transfer of technology and knowledge. These companies spread new technologies and skills to the countries where they operate. Example, when Toyota builds a plant in the Philippines, it introduced modern automotive technology, helping local workers gain new knowledge and training. Interdependence. This means countries rely on each other for goods, service, and financial stability. Impact of economic downturns. If one country faces a financial crisis, it can quickly affect other nations due to global trade and financial links. Example, the 2028 financial crisis started in the US but soon affected Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world through bank failure and falling stock markets.
Mixed economy. So mixed economy combine elements of both market and command economies, allowing both private enterprise and government intervention. So ang mixed economy, ito ay isang sistema pang-ekonomiya na pinagsama-sama ang mga katangian sa kapitalismo at sosyalismo. So, halimbawa, ang Pilipinas ay may mixed economy. So, karamihan sa mga negosyo ay pagmamay-ari ng pribado. Pero may malaking papel ang gobyerno sa mga sektor gaya ng kalusugan, edukasyon, infrastruktura at pagbabawas ng kahirapan. Next is economic growth and efficiency. This leads to increased productivity, better resources use, and more trade between nations. So, example of economic growth and efficiency. So, India focuses on IT services while importing oil from countries that produce it more efficiently. This is the example of economic growth and efficiency.
My topic is all about market integration. When we see market integration, refers to the process of combining separate markets into a single, interconnected market, often driven by globalization and technological advancements. This unification can lead to more efficient markets, increased competition, and potential economic growth, but also introduces challenges related to national sovereignty and institutional differences. Is like, for example, the European Union, a prominent example of common market where goods, capital, and services and labor can move freely within the member states.
Vertical integration involves firms acquiring business in different stages of the production process from raw materials to distribution.
Vertical integration. Example, a fast food company like Jollibee buys a company that produces chicken, a poultry farm, and a company that delivers food. In this way, they control everything from raising the chickens to delivering the food to their branches. Conglomeration involves firms acquiring in unrelated industries to diversity operations and reduce risk. Conglomeration example, Ayala Corporation is not only involved in real estate but also in telecommunications, banking, and water, various unrelated industries. Increased volatility, integrated markets can be more susceptible to external shocks and economic crises as events in one country can quickly impact others.
State system refers to the network of interactions and relationship between sovereign states characterized by both competitions and cooperations. It encompasses the structures and institutions that govern international relations, including diplomacy, international law, and organizations like the United Nations. The system, shaped by the interplay of national interest, power dynamic, and shared challenge that transcend borders. So the networks of interactions and relations between countries and shaped by competitions and cooperations and and to organize like the United 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 States or United Nations and the World Bank. So global so what is a global challenges? So global challenges is affect the all countries like climate change or ter- territory. Sovereign states, the fundamental units of the system, are independent nation states, each with own territory government and the ability to make decisions for itself. So, so sovereign states is independent countries that govern themselves. International international relations. The system is defined by the interactions between these states, including diplomacy, alliance, conflicts, and trade agreements. So international relations is the countries interact through diplomacies and trade and or something conflict. Power dynamics. The system is characterized by an uneven distribution of power among states, with some nations wielding greater influence than others. So power dynamics is some countries have the more power and influence from the others. Globalization, the interest the increasing interconnectedness of the world through trade, communication, and cultural exchange influence the interstate system and its dynamics. So the globalization is countries are more connected through trade. So the countries are more connected through trades and technology. Shared challenges, issues like climate change, pandemics, ter- terrorism, terrorism, and economic instability require international cooperation to address highlight the interdependence of states. So shared challenges, problems like pandemic or climate change that require the countries to work together. So shared challenges. Like the pandemic the pandemic, we have to work together to not 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 to not to like to surrounding the virus, so like the pandemics.